Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good day to Madam Farihah. We are from Group 2 and we will present on the case study regarding Apple Incorporation. Our group members consist of Syahida Binti Safai, Fatin Farzana Binti Yuhanis, Muhammad Azmeen Rizal bin Muhammad Zulkafli, Sahira Alyani Binti Hamzah, Nurul Adlina binti Muhammad Lizan, and lastly Ras Farahin Fatini binti Suwandi.
Hi, my name is Azlin and I will briefly explain about the history of Apple Incorporation. Okay, the establishment of Apple Incorporation starts in the year of 1976, and in the year of 1985, this is where Steve Jobs decides to step down from the Apple Incorporation due to the disagreement with the board members, and he starts his own firm, which is Next. In the year of 1996, Apple Incorporation successfully acquired Steve Jobs' firm, and the following year, which is 1997, Steve Jobs rejoined Apple Incorporation and act as an interim CEO. He also recruited Jonathan Ive to collaborate together to rebuild the Apple brands. In the year of 2012, this is where Tim Cook took place as a CEO due to the Steve Jobs fall sick, and he still remains as a CEO until now.
My name is Nurul and Adlina, and I'll be presenting the SWOT metric. As mentioned by David and David 2017, the SWOT metric is an important tool which will help the managers of the company to develop the four types of strategies, which are SO, WO, ST, and WT. SO strategies term used in the company's internal strengths to capitalize on the external opportunities. Meanwhile, WO strategies is to improve internal weaknesses by utilizing their external opportunities. For example, Apple implements new and faster improvements not only to their smartphones, but also to Apple's accessories such as headphones, Apple TV, and Apple Watch. Next, as these strategies use a company's strength to avoid or mitigate the effects of the external threats. For instance, Apple used their solid global reputation as their strength to maintain the company quality control and reputation as their threats. Lastly, WT strategies preventive techniques that aim at minimizing internal weaknesses and mitigating the external threats. In fact, such a company may be forced to consolidate, dismiss, declare bankruptcy, or liquidate in order to survive.
Hello everyone, my name is Sahira Alyani Binti Hamzah and I will continue on IFE metric. What is IFE metric? According to Fred R. David 2017, an internal factor evaluation IFE metric is a strategy formulation tool that evaluates the major strengths and weaknesses in the functional areas of a business and organization. During this evaluation, we first analyze it by using SWOT metric, which works for identifying organization strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. This IFE metric is almost similar with EFE metric, but it is more focused on internal factor. This IFE metric surely can help the organization in identifying the strengths that can help to grow the organization performance and the weaknesses that can be analyzed in improvement process. There are two things that we must assign, which are the weight and the rating. We can use the weight that is in the range 0.0, which we can put as the least important, to 1.0, which is totally important. But for the rating, there are from 1 to 4, which 1 indicates the major weakness, 2 for the minor weakness, 3 for the minor strengths, and finally 4 for the major strengths. Hence, remember to always put 1 or 2 for the weakness, meanwhile 3 or 4 for the strengths. The total weighted score can range from a low of 1.0 to a high of 4.0, which means the average score being 2.5. Based on the Apple Incorporation IFE metric, a solid global reputation carries the most weighted for the strength factor, which is 1.12, because a solid and high reputation can enjoy the excellent quality of the products. For the weaknesses, the weak says on the rest of Asia Pacific region, and Apple does not expand their product as well and only focus on their R&D to the existing product weighted the most, which are 0.2 for the both.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Fatin Farzana and I'll be presenting regarding External Factor Evaluation Matrix, or also known as EFE matrix. EFE matrix allows strategists to review and assess the external factor that being listed in the SWOT matrix, such as economic, social, and much more. The rating and score of EFE matrix is quite similar to the IFE matrix, except the rating column is being assigned 1 to 4, where 1 is the poor response and 4 equals to excellent response. Referring to the slide, Apple able to utilize their opportunity, especially the first opportunity, which is able to produce different features from others by having own special pattern. Apple believe by owning special pattern, the company able to avoid other rival firms copying their smartphone design and operating system features. Meanwhile, for the highest weight for the threats column is China becoming the biggest manufacturer for Apple's hardware, with Chinese smartphone hold 55% of the market, this becoming a threat for the company.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhamad Rizal and I will be presenting about CPM. According to David and David, in year 2017, the competitive profile matrix CPM identified a firm primary competitor as well as their specific strengths and weaknesses. In both CPM and EFE, the weight and the total weighted score have the same significance. Critical success element in the CPM, on the other hand, comprise both internal and external difficulty. Thus, the rating refers to the strength and weaknesses, with number 4 indicating of major strength, number 3 indicating a minor strength, number 2 indicating a minor weaknesses, and lastly, number 1 indicating a major weaknesses. Based on the table, the primary competitor of Apple Incorporation, which Samsung Electronics and Lenovo Technology. It also shows the two most important factor to being successful in the industry, which are quality and technological advantage, as indicated by weight of 0.2. This is mean in this industry, the companies are more concerned about their quality and technological advantage in order to succeed in the industry. Furthermore, this table shows that Apple Incorporation is strongest on quality as indicated by a ranking of 4, whereas Samsung Electronics is the strongest on price competitiveness. Overall, Samsung Electronics is strongest as indicated by the total weighted score of 2.93 and Lenovo Technology is the weakest.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ras Farahin and I will be presenting on the quantitative strategic planning matrix. As stated by David at David 2017, quantitative strategic planning matrix is a strategic management tool for analyzing different plans with previous stage facts to compute the score of numerous strategies. QSPM falls under the decision stage to discover the best strategy to be implemented. It requires the rating methods by using attractiveness scores, which assigns a weight to each external factor ranging in an ascending order from 0 as insignificant to 1 as significant. Attractiveness score is where the ratings to determine how much impacts the strategies has to the key factors. This is also in an ascending order from attractiveness ranging from 1 to 4. The 3 strategies implemented by Apple Incorporation, one of it is improving research and development to create unique features that cannot be duplicated. The second is focusing on customer relationship management. And the third is fostering and teaching youth to learn coding and develop application under Apple to develop skilled innovators. As an illustration taken from the second strategy, it was founded that Apple has the opportunity in their customers' loyalty with strong sales for every models introduced, which weighs about 0.15 for its concern to the company's performance, and the attractive score of 2 indicating that this key factor is moderately appealing to the first strategy. This totals up to its attractiveness score of 0.3 to sum up for the strategy's impact on the key factor. As shown in the slide above, this is a given example on the variety of key factors that is affected by the strategy of focusing on customer relationship management in order to gain and retain customers.
The first strategy is improving the security features. Apple should take the risk by investing in improving of security features that could make the product differ from other competitors, and also investing in key technologies could help powering the gadget that have not yet been produced, such as creating unique features that could filter or also muting any notification from coming in that could disturb the users when using the phone or using other application in the phone.
Outcomes for this strategy includes the establishment of iOS 15 that enables users to redesign their own preference, which includes share play in FaceTime so that users can share their screen and play videos, movies together while on a video call. To reduce distraction, a notification summary collects notifications together for delivery at an appropriate time and arranges notifications by priority using the focus feature. This feature is highly benign to the users as it is much more business friendly. Besides, users are able to customize the use of their iPhones at their own convenience. This has had Apple Incorporation with a boost in their revenue up to $365.8 billion during the year 2021.
Okay, for the second strategy, as stated in the press release from Apple Incorporation in the year 2018, Apple took their customer relationship management (CRM) to another level, which they collaborated with Salesforce to become the world's #1 CRM platform with their iPhone and iPad. They added unique features such as Siri shortcuts, Face ID, business chat, and more in order to assist and communicate with Apple's client-specific needs. At the same time, Apple applied the usage of CRM in store by training the employees to not only sell the products but also nurture a mindset, prioritize the person rather than the product.
The outcome for the second strategy, which as stated by Smith and Wright, non-financial components that measure company performance are customer satisfaction and loyalty. As Apple targets a long-lasting customer relationship, they put their customer first before sales, which aids the company not only in retaining but also gaining purchases throughout the years. As evidence, Apple's revenue and brand has steadily grown around the world with millions of loyal consumers.
Okay, for implementation strategy number 3, according to the press release from Apple Incorporation in the year 2020, Apple has released a new set of tools to assist educators in teaching coding to students from grade school to college. Aside from significant update to the developed in Swift and everyone can code curriculum, Apple is also launching a free professional learning course for developed in Swift for educators. This is meant to meet the demand for computer science educators in the United States by assisting instructors of all skill levels in developing core knowledge in order to teach Swift app development. Furthermore, because of many institutions operate remotely, Apple is expanding its resources for educators and parents to guarantee that they have the tools they need to help children learn and grow from any location.
Apple come up with the Apple Developer Academy in order for the company to overcome the third strategies as mentioned before. The first Apple Developer Academy launched in Brazil in 2013, aiming of delivering the tools and training to inspire the entrepreneurs, designers, and developers in order for the participants to develop new and better jobs in the growing iOS app economy nowadays. This academy offers the students on how to create the apps for macOS, iOS, and other Apple apps where they will also explore more on the fundamentals of coding along with the important professional competency, marketing, and design. This program also ensures that they will have full sets of skills required in order for them to contribute and make a positive impact to the local business communities. That's all from us. Thank you.